for joining us as we bring you this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports along with Doris Burke, Mark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. A starting five for both teams brought to you by State Farm. First for the Rockets. They've got Olajuwon. A big game for this young man making his NBA debut. Then it's Williams. And it's Barkley in at the 4. And looking at the Lakers, Harper's out there with Kobe. They've got O'Neal. What a tremendous talent, getting ready for his first NBA appearance. And it's Green in at the 4-man position.
Boy, I tell you, the Lakers are always tough on their home court. I mean, visiting teams can get a little starstruck, too. I mean, all kinds of celebrities hanging out in the crowd. Just as many famous people watching as actually playing in the game when you go play the Lakers.
So the Rockets win the tip. It's stolen. And here's the fast break. Here's Harper. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, they really look to run immediately after that turnover.
Well, that's how you cash in. You don't want to waste any time after the turnover. Go at it right away.
So it's Houston now. Going back to that Lakers home record, 30-11. Last season, tied for the 5th best home record in the league. And Steve, you start overlapping, you know, the star watching at the games, good play on the floor. That's quite a scene.
It's a great scene. One of the great venues in the NBA. And the Lakers, they're competitive year in and year out. And they'll continue to be a tough team, whether it's at Staples Center or on the road.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the Lakers head coach. Ball movement is going to be a big part of their offensive game plan tonight, with the reason being limiting their shot blockers. He said if we go straight up on them, they'll turn us away every chance. If we get their bigs moving and playing catch-up, we can get good looks that won't be blocked. That's our goal. Guys?
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. What approach to use against the opposing D, I guess, in the front of their minds, it sounds like, Clark.
Yeah, well, it's a tall task when you take on a team as sound defensively as they are, so you just have to be sharp in your execution.
Steve?
Yeah, you got to be sharp, but you also have to attack. I mean, if you're not aggressive against this team, they're going to take control of you, and all of a sudden, they'll have control of the game. And Kobe Bryant, along with Carmelo Anthony, I think are the two most complete scorers in this league. They can find a way to get the ball in the basket from so many different ways.
Olajuwon backing down, pushes up, and they call goaltending. They'll give him the bucket.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
Warriors checked in for the Lakers. The Rockets making a switch here. Here's Harper. Outside, Kobe. Now, Thomas defending. On defense, the Lakers. Got a piece of it. Open look, or he gets the bucket. So it's Houston now. 4-point game. Well, Stevie talked about Kobe's offensive virtuosity. You can Google that name if you want to out there. You know, you name most any way that exists to put the ball in the bucket, I think he's mastered. I don't think there's a shot that's been made that he hasn't done and done well.
Well, he's a master scorer. I mean, that's how you would title him. And that includes every way, but it's the footwork. We talked about the basics, the little things, great anticipation offensively, and he's always in aggressive mode. And with his physical abilities and the fundamentals mastered, he's special.
I like what you said about the footwork. There's a great story about when Kobe and LeBron got together for an all-star game or one of their USA teams over the past, 5, 6 years. And the knock on LeBron had always been that he really didn't pay attention to detail. He kind of shot and there was no pattern to his practice, individual practice habits. And you watch Kobe. and he learned from that. And now LeBron is the one teaching younger players.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's how it's handed
exactly
down.
how it should be.
Yeah.
You know, the hardest part of that play was getting to the rebound. After that, it was easy.
Rice, he's guarded by Williams. And O'Neal backs in. Over Francis. And O'Neal gets it to go.
And I like his aggressiveness going to the hoop using that height advantage.
Here's Francis, and there's the rejection.
Not his best quarter. I mean, the shots just haven't fallen for him.
And here's Kobe for three. That's good. Kobe's got 7 points.
That offense just keeps on clicking.
It sure does, Clark. They're getting high percentage looks and really taking advantage here.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
You know, when it comes to looking at the rivalry between the Rockets and Lakers, guys, I mean, it dates all the way back to when they were neighbors. The Rockets started out in San Diego. You're probably old enough to actually remember that, Kevin.
Yes, I am.
And played there from 67 to 71. And even when they went to Houston, the rivalry remained in play.
Derek Fisher's checked in for the Lakers. Bullard, he's checked in for Houston. On defense, the Lakers. Right up, and that falls. Both the Rockets and Lakers, teams that have seen success throughout the 80s. They were the two teams that represented the West in the finals.
And a lot of these teams' success had to do with legendary big men. Of course, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Shaq with the Lakers. How about Houston? Moses Malone, Ralph Sampson, Hakeem, Yao Ming. And don't forget, in 2009, even with Yao missing most of the series, the Rockets were the one team to take L.A. to 7 games before the Lakers went on to win the title. You got to wonder about the effort defensively. They did not get back there.
Yeah, you know what? A beautiful finish one way or the other, though.
And O'Neal backs in. Takes it up and blocked. A strong effort on the rebound. Nets the second chance points. So it's Houston now, trailing by 10. Here's Francis. Lakers leading by 10. Here's the dish to O'Neal. Here's Kobe. Dunked hard with one hand.
It's been really impressive at both ends of the floor so far early on.
Yeah, and it's for that reason that they've been able to jump out ahead early here.
Puts up a three. Horry with the rebound.
I think he's just got to compose himself, gather himself. He may be trying a little too hard out there. Let it flow. Let it happen. Don't force it.
Backing down is Bryant. And he banks in the layup. Kobe's got 11 points.
Well, thanks to some good shooting, they're off to a nice lead here.
Well, they hit the ground running, Steve, from the tip-off. I mean, and they've yet to slow down.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, I like what the Rockets have done with their roster. They've got a lot of talent, but in a league where superstars really put you over the top, that's one thing Houston has not been able to accomplish, finding a star player.
So both teams changing it up here. Steve is a GM formerly in this NBA with Phoenix. You know all about that, trying to get other players to come to your team. And last season, the Rockets certainly were in the mix for Carmelo Anthony. They've thrown their hat in the ring, Clark, trying to get some star players down there.
Yeah, they have, but, you know, the right deal just didn't seem to present itself. They've said now they'll try to build around the pieces they have. But with that minutes crunch, no surprise to see them keep trying to land that big-time star.
Lakers leading by 12. The 10-footer. He bounces it in off the front of the iron. Kobe's got 13 points.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim, and you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
Shoots off the step back, and that one's good.
Well, they've done a lot of their damage from mid-range here, guys. I mean, knocking down those shots with regularity.
Yeah, how about 8 of their last 10 points, guys, coming off that mid-range area jump shot. So shows you don't have to be at the rim to score.
A jump hook.
They are setting the tone here early with their work on the boards.
Yeah, only a moderate advantage here, a slight one, but as the game wears on, it's one they'll definitely look to build on.
54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Thomas against Green. Here's Fox, looking for his first bucket of the game. And the basket by Kobe.
Defensively, this team is just giving up way too many open looks.
You're exactly right, and to battle back, they've got to shore that defense up, Steve.
The pass to Drew. Wide open look. And it's Olajuwon missing. Lakers leading by 12. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Fisher with the ball. Kobe, that's for 2. Bullard pulls it in.
Boy, surprised to see that one stay out.
Me too, Steve. I mean, those are ones that usually go down for sure.
Fox rebounded. Here's Knight. That will count. No luck. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Lakers lead by 12.
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
Don't go away. We'll see you in a moment. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Here's Fisher. And O'Neal backs in. Gathers. Jams it with a board.
Look at how he hung on the basket after that dunk. A little extra flair there.
He's lucky he didn't get slapped with a technical foul there, Clark.
Rockets trail by 14. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, Kevin, for Joey Dorsey, who's a blue-collar, physical player from the playgrounds of Baltimore, he said, my mom didn't want me playing basketball because I'd come home and I'd have a busted lip and black eye because we were playing so rough. I think that's where I got my game from, the streets, from playing so physical in Baltimore. It was very tough growing up with a single mother, raising 2 kids, working 2 jobs. Now in the NBA, he said, this lifestyle, it's a gift. I thank God every day that I'm here, guys.
Thanks, Doris.
And he's a physical presence. I mean, he played at Memphis with Tyreke Evans, and like Evans, has that grown man, big boy frame.
Olajuwon backing down, and that one's good.
And you can see the strategy has been to take the ball inside here.
That's where you get high percentage looks and draw fouls, Steve, and it's a good way to play.
Here is Shaw. 13 feet out, and he drops it in following the offensive rebound. And the Lakers lead by 14. And here are the Rockets now. It's a 14-point game. Picked his pocket, and they're pushing it up. And he lays that one in.
Guys, that's what he does. I mean, he excels at getting to the rim.
And here are the Rockets now. They trail by 16. Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, the Lakers are a really good defensive team. The one key is they don't foul you. They don't send you to the line unnecessarily. Last season, they were lowest in the league in free throw attempts they gave to the opposition.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Barkley. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Here's Harper.
And they're going with the full court pressure in the man-to-man.
Steve, that's a really hard look to stay with for a long period of time.
Rockets trail by 15. Here's Anderson. And it's Harper with the rebound. The Lakers on offense. Just his first attempt. Here's O'Neal. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Well, that's the way to corral that rebound and then go back up with force. Make them feel you.
Yeah, you know, Clark, the work he does on the offensive glass has always been so impressive.
Now, that might be where he's most valuable to this team.
He kicks it to Williams. Here is Anderson, looking for his first bucket of the game. 6 to shoot. Up with it. The Lakers with the rebound.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
And that's his first three-pointer, so maybe that one will get him started.
Mobley. He's guarded by Harper. Barkley. Blocked. Blocked again. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 13-5 run. Got a piece of it. Rockets trail by 20. Even numbers. He's picked up by O'Neal. Plenty of space. Another miss by Houston.
I'll tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because you just can't find the ring.
Here's Harper. And here is O'Neal. Outside Harper. Back to O'Neal. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And the Rockets last season, 9th in the West, just barely missing the playoffs. And, you know, it's tough in the Western Conference, guys. That's the 4th time in 11 years that Houston has won 42 games or more and missed the playoffs.
And the first one at the line is good. Yeah, respectable, Steve, for the Rockets to win the 43 and still miss the playoffs. I mean, Clark, if they were in the East, and of course it's easy to say, but if they were, they would have been the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference in the playoff rotation.
Yeah, and they would have bumped the Pacers out of the playoffs, and I wouldn't have been too happy about that. So I'm glad it worked out just the way that it did. And that's not even taking into account the strength of the Rockets' schedule. I mean, really the resiliency of this team to still be so tough with the injury issues they dealt with. Very, very impressive. I thought Rick Adelman and that staff and those players, you know, really did a solid job staying together and playing really well late in the season, I thought.
Shot clock at 2. Here's Williams. No luck. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way.
And this is why they have the big lead. The rebounding has been dominant.
You know, guys, the +8 rebounding, I don't think it tells the whole story. I mean, they've been the more physical team from the outset. That's been the difference, their physicality.
Here is Anderson. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. And he lays it straight in.
They can't seem to stop anybody inside.
They got to know that if they don't make life tougher in the paint, the opponent is just going to keep going there. I mean, it's not like they'll get tired of all these in-close opportunities.
Outside, Kobe. Off target from outside.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Lakers leading by 19. From 6 feet. Got it. Good job in the low post. Kobe's got 19 points. Here is Anderson. Guarded by Kobe. Cato. Horry defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen away.
Well, that's a really slick move to come up with that steal.
Rice. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force. And here are the Rockets now. Stolen by O'Neal.
So now that's twice we've seen the offense collapse. That's back-to-back empty trips because of turnover.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem because now all of a sudden you start turning the ball over, you lose all offensive rhythm and flow.
And the layup's good off the glass. O'Neal's got 13.
Just another one of his many post moves down low.
Thomas against O'Neal. They rule this one goaltending. Count the shot.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
And the Lakers making a change here. Fisher's checked in. Olajuwon's checked in for the Rockets. Bullard comes in for Williams. Horry passes to O'Neal. Inside. Here's Fisher. Shot is blocked. The Rockets really having a tough go here. Here's Bullard. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
That's one nice jam right there. I mean, make no mistakes. Just throw it down with both hands.
Good point. Took care of business simply and solidly. Thomas against Horry. Fires it up. And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got 11 points in the quarter.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm him, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here is Anderson. Back to Thomas. He's picked up by O'Neal. Olajuwon's shot is good. Olajuwon's got 6.
He's found a rhythm here in this second quarter, guys. He looks good.
Lakers leading by 23. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Kobe. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
He's going to go to the line, but he almost got that thing to drop.
Boy, I tell you what, that would have been quite a play if he got it to fall.
First one falls for him. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And this is how you build a lead and protect it. I mean, be tough and get to the free throw line.
Yeah, they've dialed up the attempts here in the second quarter. And you said it, Steve. I mean, they've been the aggressors. They've been in attack mode the whole way.
Here's Olajuwon. Again, the Rockets score.
You see very few mistakes from him at that end of the floor.
Here's Fisher. Here's Rice. And no good trying to get that one. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided.
Well, how about Kobe in this one? 22 points, and you can add 1 3-pointer to his stat line also.
Well, you have to like a little bit of everything in the box score for him right now. He's really had a solid game.
Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday with us. I'm Damon Bruce, now for the HP Halftime Report. The Lakers have the lead out in Los Angeles against Houston. Offensively, they've been unstoppable, getting everything they want. Kobe's been lights out in the first 2 quarters. He's already racked up 22 points and has been a huge helper on the boards as well. The Rockets have been plugging away. They've gone to their bench for the spark, and it's fired. Big scoring off the pine. It may be lopsided on the scoreboard, but these two have been trading blows. Thanks for being with us. Now back to Los Angeles as the third quarter gets underway.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Here's Harper.
Well, the Lakers had another good regular season a year ago, and they were tough against the Western Conference opponents. They went 36-16 in their conference.
Kobe, that's for 2. Cans it from short range. Kobe's got the first points of the second half here for the Lakers. Here is Anderson. All sorts of time. Rebound by Kobe.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Green kicks to O'Neal. Oh, the one-hand jam.
That is sensational, fellas. I mean, just how dangerous is he with the ball in his hands like that?
I think the answer, Clark, to that, it's pretty easy.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, no question. He is a polished scorer, isn't he?
He feeds it to Barkley. Now Green defending. Shot clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go. He's got 7. And plenty of tough teams in the West and Steve in the East, like you were talking about. But really, Clark, when you canvass the landscape of the NBA, none tougher than the Lakers.
Well, you know, they've got that confidence-building championship hardware that you can't ever overestimate. They don't fear anybody, and actually, if anything, they've been known to look past the team now and again. But in the Western Conference, you better be ready to play each and every time you tie those shoes up.
Clark, it would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
You know, the chances, Kevin, of that happening are extremely slim.
From the arc, and no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. Here is Harper. Outside, Kobe. Defended by Anderson. Bryant. Money on the 10-footer. Kobe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is a very steady performance offensively for him. Now Kobe Bryant still chasing that 6th ring. If he ends up getting it, he would tie Michael Jordan. And of course, Michael was always a tremendous inspiration to Kobe Bryant.
Here is Anderson. Francis. He's guarded by Harper. Pulls up on the wing. That one goes. Count it. 9 points in the game so far. Stevie mentioned Kobe still working toward those 6 rings. He's got 5 right now. But Kobe said, Clark, that, tying Jordan wasn't his motivation.
You believe that?
Well, I do think he wanted to help Phil Jackson go out on the right way. And that, of course, didn't work out.
No, it did not work out, but I think it was a combination of factors. One, he obviously wants to do it because he wants to do it. Yes. But I don't think the Jordan piece is out of the equation.
Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown there.
Defense wasn't able to get back fast enough to contest.
Well, they were caught flat-footed after committing the turnover that time, guys.
And here are the Rockets now. Here is Anderson. Six on the shot clock. Lots of room. Connects. The jumper drops. He's got 11.
Looking much more comfortable out on the floor here in the second half.
Harper kicks to O'Neal. He's against Olajuwon. Nice movement. And here's Kobe from the arc. And another three for the Lakers.
What an incredible quarter he's having. He's unstoppable right now.
Feeds to Olajuwon. Straight up. Dishes to Anderson. Back to Olajuwon. Now Green defending. Olajuwon, no good.
A humongous lead for him here. I mean, they've really done a good job of controlling the flow of the game.
Yeah, and I think it's the rebounding they have to thank for that, Clark, because it's really set the tone in this contest.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
Yeah, the defense has to pick it up a little bit here. They're getting bullied inside, guys.
Yeah, they just have not competed well enough. I mean, they've not fought. You want to see fight and aggressiveness.
Anderson kicks to Barkley. Now Green defending. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And the Rockets making a change here. Here's Thomas. Lock at 6. Kicked away.
Well, he's showing off his defensive instincts by making plays just like that.
Another fast break loop. They're just outrunning their opponent here.
You know what, Steve? I think the defense has left themselves vulnerable, and they're learning the hard way that speed definitely kills.
And turnovers, Clark and Steve, have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Why does it always come back to food, Clark?
Here is Anderson. Backing him down, Thomas. 6 to shoot. On the high post, he drills it. He's got 13.
And now 6 of their last 10 points from mid-range.
Yeah, the jump shot really serving these guys pretty well.
When you look at the Houston Rockets, always the Rockets have been a tough team on the road. I mean, last season, even though they missed the playoffs, you know, they had the 11th best road record in the league at 18-23.
It's intercepted.
A fantastic steal. He knew exactly when to jump into that passing line. Well done.
To the inside, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, he brought the big man stuff that time.
And they wanted nothing to do with him.
Yeah, not what the coach had in mind when he drew up the defensive game plan.
Well, when you think about the Rockets as such a scrappy team, Steve, are you surprised that they've been successful on the road?
Well, they're a tough team. They have smart veterans. They play hard every single night. So it doesn't surprise me. I mean, this is a club that's very capable. And I thought Rick Adelman did a nice job with that team, having them prepared and ready every night. And that's not really his range. Has a tough time in that mid-range area.
Here's Ori. Down low. Sally. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Cato. The rebound by the Lakers. Here's Ori. Pass to Shaw. Over Francis. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
59 seconds left to play in the 3rd. He dishes it to Anderson. All alone. The shot no good. And the Lakers go with it the other way. Here is Shaw. 12 points for him. Pulls it up. And again, it's the Lakers.
You know, they've really made the best of their chances down the middle of the lane here.
Yeah, they haven't met much resistance down in the paint, so I think you've got to continue to pound the ball down low.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Francis, he's covered by Fisher. Shot to stop the run, and good on the basket. Book it. 15 points in the game.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
A pass to Fox. From past the arc, and another three for the Lakers.
They're in a groove now. These three-pointers just falling at will here in the second half.
Yeah, I think the defense has got major headaches because this team's just not missing.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
The way he's moved through the defense so far through three quarters, it's like everybody but him is in slow motion.
Well, he's just that quick going to the basket, Steve. I mean, the help defense just isn't getting there in time, and he's been able to finish.
The Lakers on top, running away with it. It's time for the fourth quarter and time to check in with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark Report. Hi, Doris.
Hi, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Lakers that garners the Sprite Spark today. The changing point in this game was when they got hot in the third quarter and opened things up. They'll look to keep that level of play as we head into the final period.
Thank you, Doris. They made a statement with that big run play.
They sure did. I mean, actually, this team has what I like to call spurtability.
Clark, that's becoming one of our trademarks right there.
Without question.
We're all over it.
One of the great basketball words out there.
And Clark, I think the defense was sort of shell-shocked by that spurtability. They were reeling.
Now, here is George. To the middle. Goes up. And that comes off the assist by Derek Fisher. George has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Lakers. And stolen by Fisher. And there's the pass to Orr. Here's Bullard. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Old school, old-fashioned, one-hand power jam.
Just like you, Clark, tried and true.
That's all he needed to do, just taking care of business out there.
Here's Fox. Over Bullard. No good off the back of the rim. Even numbers, 4-on-4. Great ball movement. Makes it off the glass.
That's 4 of their last 5 buckets now coming in the paint area.
And they're in attack mode right now, barreling in there with bad man intentions.
Now George. He passes tonight. The baseline J. And again, the Lakers no good. So it's Houston now. Here's Thomas. Dunks it down.
That's like you draw it up right there. That was beautiful.
No doubt about it, Steve. I mean, always love to finish at the rack.
Here's Fisher. George with the ball. Kicks it to Fisher. Shoots it up. Drills the leaner.
I'll tell you what, I can't argue with the result, but a little unnecessary to go to the off-balance shot there.
Thomas inside. Knight grabs the board.
Well, he had to fade away there. The defense was all over him, and he got it off, just couldn't get it to go.
The feed now to Fisher. The tray. And unable to corral the miss, and it goes out of play. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here is Anderson. He's guarded by Harper. A replay here. The Sprite Slam Cam showing us how it's done.
Well, he's got enough hang time there to put a little something extra on that one. 2 scoops of ice cream after that.
Well, that's a play that's going to be remembered from this game, that's for sure.
I think that was more like a banana split, Clark.
A leaner. Here's O'Neal. Hammers it home.
Boy, he really muscled his way to that rebound, guys, didn't he?
He sure did, and then hammered it right back in there.
Well, that's the importance of offensive rebounding. What could have been a failed possession turned into 2 points.
Here is Rogers. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that.
Well, they say control the glass, control the game. They're definitely controlling the glass.
Yeah, I agree with that, and that's been the case here tonight. Big lead they're enjoying on the glass.
And here are the Rockets now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here is Harper. And here is O'Neal. Back to Harper. Left side, Kobe. From outside the arc. The dish now to Olajuwon. Takes it up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. No good on the free throw. And the Lakers with some changes. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And the Lakers have possession. Passes it to Ori. Moving the ball. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Here's George. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you know, when you talk about the Lakers' great size inside, they definitely can play some bully ball on you. Top 5 last season in points in the paint with over 44 a game inside.
And he knocks down the first one. We're talking about the Lakers pounding the ball inside. They were also top 5 last season in offensive rebound.
Well, they had the great length with Bynum and Gasol. They also had very aggressive players with Ron Artest and Matt Barnes on the front line. So this was a team that was very difficult to keep off the glass.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here is Rogers. There's the steal. Here's Ori. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Come on now, I didn't see. Can you believe that finish? Boy, a little bit of flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite, all right.
That was not your average, typical dunk.
Here's Drew. And stolen by Fisher. Here's Shaw. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher.
Tight spot there to put it in. Perfect pass.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Steve, you think they've been rattled?
Oh, they're rattled all right, and turnovers will kill you, especially with a team like this that can force turnovers and get out in transition.
Here's the Lakers with the ball. Here is Shaw. To the paint, Ori. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
Timeout call for Rockets.
And Coach could tell they were out of sync. He's going to try to straighten it out.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Lakers on D. Will it go? Here's Francis, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
Fisher dishes to Knight. Thomas is there. Now Fisher over Francis. Fisher can't hit. Pushing it up to the inside. Here's Mobley. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Here's Fisher. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. For the three. That's good. Fisher's got 10 points in just the second half.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, and that's fine as long as you're making them, but make sure you don't start launching bad shots. That's a problem.
Lays out. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anderson. He takes it up and lays it in.
No question, they're trying to pound the ball inside. That's 5 straight hoops inside.
And if the D won't stop it, keep at it. I mean, those are the kind of looks you want all day long.
Here's Shaw. No good on the triple. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Backing him down, Thomas.
Turnover.
And some changes here for the Lakers. .104 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kobe. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Kobe's got 36. And here are the Rockets now. Harper gets called for the reach. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes.
Substitution on the court.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mobley cans it from downtown.
Now, they probably needed more of this earlier, guys. I don't think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least it gives them something to work off of going into the next game.
13 feet out, and that one's good from Fisher.
That's probably going to do it. They are just putting this team away.
Steve, I thought they caught fire just at the right time, blowing this one wide open as the clock winds down.
No luck, and it's the Lakers taking it the other way. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
I don't know, Clark. This looks over now.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is all but over.
The defense just swung wide open for him there. Easy shot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they didn't put up any resistance at all.
Here's Fisher. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. A pass to Fox. From downtown, gets the bucket.
Well, they're just trying to run clock now. I mean, this thing is pretty much over.
Yeah, there's nothing but the result to be determined. So it's time to start thinking about the next game now.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.